Little disclaimer, I'm not very good at Donkey Kong Country. I played this like one time. So, if I start fucking up a lot, it's not because I'm not paying attention, it's because I'm not good at this game. So thank you for understanding. Anyways, I was going off of my last story, Shia LaBeouf's. He was, people found out where his He Will Not Divide Us flag was, based off of flight radars and, actually stars in the night sky, the way, you know, navigators used to be able to discover where they were going, their location, their navigation, their situation, their penetration. And someone went to the flag and took it down off the flagpole and replaced it with a Make America Great Again hat, which is fucking hilarious if you ask me. And essentially, it was just that, you know, they were able to. It's like a game of Tom and Jerry. It's like a regular Tom and Jerry. Speaking of Tom and Jerry, I'm actually having a little bit of a mouse problem at my house right now. I was in my kitchen earlier and I heard squeaking, and at first I thought it was probably just you know, a fairy or like some sort of mystical monster coming in to grant me a wish so that I can become the prettiest girl at the ball. And then I realized I live in the Midwest, so we don't actually have fairies and stuff out here. We only have unicorns and Draculas and stuff like that. We don't have fairies. That's mostly a New England region thing, I believe. If my high school biology serves me right, I think that's what that was. Anyways, I heard squeaking and I looked down and I see this little mouse. She's like, "Hello," and I'm like, "Oh no, there's a mouse in my house." And then he says. He tells me he's going to grant me one wish anyways. I'm like, oh, I guess I got my hopes up. You know, I got my hopes up, but I had no reason to be disappointed. He's going to grant me a wish anyways. And he's like, but I need you to do me a favor. And I say, what's that, little mouse? And he says, I need you to give me a piece of cheese, and then I will leave you alone. And I'm like, I don't have any cheese. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't eat cheese. That's disgusting, you little mouse. And he's like, well, I thought you wanted a wish, but I can clearly see that you don't. So please, just leave me to my own devices. And then I said, "That's fine, little mouse. I will do that. But can you please leave my house? I do not want you here." And he's like, "No, I think I'm gonna stay. I'm gonna stay, and I'm gonna nibble on your cables, your wires. I'm going to eat through your drywall, build a little snarky mouse hole. And when you're in the kitchen cooking your schnitzel, I'm going to Was that a boss? That wasn't difficult at all. I'm going to come out and spook you, and then you're going to hike up your dress and get on top of a chair and screech like a banshee, like you're some sort of 1950s housewife. And I'm like, you know, people keep telling me that I look like a 1950s housewife, and I really don't. First of all, I don't understand it. Second of all, I don't appreciate it. But third of all, if like more than one people have corroborated the same claim that I look like a 1950s housewife, and these people, as far as I can tell, don't know each other, so they have no reason to like pull a prank on me or nothing like that. And I really just don't get it. You know, it's not that it upsets me or anything. It's just I don't understand it. Like I'd really just like I'd like some perspective on this. I don't even have like a bouffant or a beehive haircut style. Ugh. Disgusting. I just like vomited in my mouth a little bit. Oh, no way, I get to be the bird. I love being the bird. Yes. Give me all of your trophies, all of your little ostrich Emmys. I love it. I love this. This is my favorite thing in the whole world. So yeah, I've got a mouse in my house. He's just kind of fucking around right now. I assume he's going to get caught on the glue traps that I laid out. I actually got myself stuck to one of those. I was pulling them apart because they come in packs of 4, and I stuck my thumb in one, and then I tried to pull it off with my other hand, and then my other hand got stuck on it, and then my whole palm was stuck to it, and it left like sticky residue on my hand that made it impossible for me to like read a book because my fingers are all stuck together with glue, and it's disgusting. Oh, are you serious? I got 400 right at the end. I am a champion of the world. That's right. I listen to Queen. So one song that I like to sing at karaoke is Somebody to Love by Queen. but the version that they have at the karaoke bar that I go to is like pitched up like half an octave. It's out of pitch for some reason. It really pisses me off because I don't know if you know if you're a singer, if you're not a singer. I understand music theory a little bit, but not to the point where when I'm at a karaoke bar drinking, I can accurately change my pitch, and it's really upsetting because I've got such a high range. I've got a high register. I'm a tenor. I actually don't know anything about music. I think the tenor is the high one. Alto, maybe one of those two. Go to tenororalto.com. I'm not sure.com, and then you'll find out. You can upload any sound clip you want, and it'll tell you what register it's in: tenor, alto, soprano, bass. I'm all about that bass, but I don't know anything about the treble. That's a joke for all you music fans out there, but not for people who like to, like themselves, because, it's a very mean-spirited song. No, that one's not mean-spirited. She's got another one. Megan Trainor is who I'm talking about. She's got this one song that's really mean-spirited, and it really upsets me, and it essentially says, if you want to be my husband or something, I don't know, if you want to, I don't know what the song is called, but she's basically talking the whole time about how you have to be the perfect man who will bend over backwards like a little beta bitch boy. That was a lot of alliteration that I just did there. And she's allowed to be as shitty and inconsolable and emotional and absolutely irrational as possible as she wants, but you have to be able to bend to her every whim and just let her do whatever she wants to. And I'm like, is this really the message you want to be sending little girls? I understand that you're supporting feminism and stuff like that. You're really trying to push the whole body positivity movement or whatever it is that they're talking about on the tumblrs.com now. But it's really irresponsible for you to be saying that it's okay for you to be as awful and terrible as you want to. But even if you are a shitty, horrible person who's honestly not that attractive, She's got that thing that larger women get where like her like fat is pushing past her eyes, and her cheeks are like, she's got like little hamster cheeks that's storing fat that's pushing it past her nose. And then she puts a bunch of eyeliner on. It's like disgusting looking. It doesn't look good at all. But like she does that, and Amy Schumer does that, and I think Lena Dunham does that too. And all these people are like, they're icons for like I was right at the end too. Body positivity, which is great. By the way, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it's wrong to be like accepting of people for being certain sizes, but it's like, really, come on, just take responsibility for your own actions. It was your actions that caused you to be large, and you can't tell other people that they have to be attracted to you. Otherwise, they're what's the term? Fat phobic. Because of burps every episode. Because if someone's not attracted to you, they're not attracted to you. That's really all it comes down to. You can't twist someone's arm and say, if you don't like me, then you're either misogynistic or racist or whatever. Actually, this goes back to a story I was reading a couple days ago where some transgendered male to female person was complaining to the news about how going off of that, I'll get back to that in a second. But they were complaining about how men turn down their advances on them because they find out that she has male genitalia, and the men aren't into that. And I don't understand what the point of this article is, because when you're a straight male, that means that you are attracted to women, and part of being a biologically cisgendered male, or whatever the term is these days, is that you also prefer vaginas. I would assume would be the assumption there. But you know what they say, assuming things makes an ass out of you and me, so I don't really know anymore. But you can't really blame a white guy for, or I don't even know why I'm bringing race into this. I'm so used to all of these things going together, like fucking white people, fucking straight white men, stuff like that. Just all of these things that are like blaming people for being bad people on the basis of their race or gender, or something that has nothing to do with the problem at hand anyways. And I just don't really understand it. So Okay, I'm gonna take a little break here. I'm gonna come back tomorrow or whatever fucking day I upload these fucking videos. Fuck you. SparkleDart. Goodbye. Mwah.